Hello everyone. So in today's video, we will be learning about the exception handling but using the cases of multiple try catches. Well, we cannot using multiple catches. How? Let us just check out with an example. Okay, so how we are going to do that? Let's just check it out with an example. So in the main method, I will be declaring an array with some few elements. If I want to print the length of this array, I will write the statement like this. Let's just check it out. What is the length of the array? It's 5. As we can notice here, the length of the array is 5, right? What will happen if I will try to print the elements of all the array? I will take a loop over here and I will iterate it through 0 to a dot length, and I will write the statement over here a of I, right? We have already done this concept, but still I'm just repeating it for us. I'll just comment this line and I will run the statement again. So I have got all the elements over here. But now assume if I will write the statement a of 7. I know the length of the array was 5. So up to 5 I can print all the statements. But what if I will print the statement a of 7? Let's just check it out now. So if you can see, I have got an exception now. So what is the exception? I will read it. Exception in thread main java.language.array index out of bound exception index 7 out of bounds for length 5. It is actually explaining me that an exception has been occurred. Which exception has been occurred? That is array index out of bound exception. That means I am accessing index 7, but the length of the array is 5. So it is not possible to access the 7th index of an array which has only 5 as the length. Therefore, what it has done, it has just find out according to which line the exception has been occurred. So the exception has been occurred over here, and due to which the main method has been terminated abnormally. Now what to do? Again, the same concept. I will treat this line of statement as the risky code, and I will put this risky code into the try block. I will write the catch block over here, and in the catch block I will now write the exception which is to be occurred. So what is the exception over here? It is array index out of bound, right? So this is how I will handle this exception. Out of bounds. So like this. Now the thing is, if I am not assured that is this the correct exception or not, what am I going to do? I can do some things like I can write multiple catch blocks over here. How? Let me just show you. The first catch block, I don't know which type of exception may occur. So I will write it as arithmetic exception. If an arithmetic exception has occurred, I will write here what? Divide by 0. If any other exception has been occurred, I can write it as index out of bound exception, and I will write it the statement over here. And finally, if I really don't know what exception has been occurred, or maybe, then I will write the simple exception E. And I will write it over here. Exception catched. Caught. Okay. So why does it happening? I will tell you. First of all, this is the way how to use multiple catch blocks. Okay, this is how we will use multiple catch blocks. one try and multiple catch. Whatsoever exception will be occurred, because we don't know what kind of exception is going to occur. Maybe there will be a situation that I will say a of 2 divided by 0. Then now I definitely don't know which will occur first. Obviously, I have divided the element present at the second index by 0. Definitely, this statement is going to raise an exception. What exception it will raise? Divide by 0. So if this exception has been arised, the same process will be executed, that this method is responsible for creating an object of this exception. JVM will catch this exception and will find out if this method has written the code for handling the situation. It will check that it has written a code. So it will check what kind of exception it has got. It will check that here we have written arithmetic exception, that is divided by 0. So definitely it will execute this method, right? But if this exception has not been occurred, say around this, assume, then what will happen? Then it will give rise to what? Index out of bound exception. इस वाले का इसने स्टेटमेंट का आंसर दे दिया है. अभी a of 7 को अगर हम एक्सेस करना चाहते हैं, then definitely because it is not in our elements indexes, it will give a rise to an exception and which will be caught by this catch block. Correct? Now, if both of the exceptions has not been occurred, any other exception has been occurred and we don't know about it, then which catch block will execute it? Exception E class. Okay? Why have I written this kind of situation? Because exception class is the topmost hierarchical class. It is the root class of all the exception classes. Okay? Now, exception has also a parent class which is called as the throwable class. Now, because exception is the root class of all these exceptions, therefore the way of writing, if you are writing multiple catch blocks, the way or the rule of writing all of these exception is child to parent. That is, these are the child classes and then we have the parent class. So this is how we have to execute the multiple catch blocks. Okay, hope you guys understand it. Thank you very much.